Hi and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing an unboxing and a first look at my new PetraTools battery powered cart sprayer. Up until now this is the sprayer I've been using. It's a 4-gallon backpack sprayer which is totally manual. It's been serving me well for many years, but I've been finding it a little bit heavy to put my back as I get older, so I thought I'd get a cart sprayer. After a lot of research, I decided on this one. While using the 4-gallon backpack sprayer, I would have to fill it 3 times. So that would be a total of 12 gallons altogether. This one is 6.5. I was thinking about bigger ones, but I didn't want it too heavy, as I also do my daughter's yard, so you want to be able to transport it pretty easily. So this one, being 6.5 gallons, it should only have to refill it once for a total of 13 gallons. So on the box, it has a code to go and register your product to extend the warranty to 2 years. So I'll do that later. Remove from the box. Here's a bag of parts. Then the actual cart sprayer. And some other parts. And the 2 wheels. A little thin piece of plywood. So let's just put that aside. And now we'll have to start with the assembly. So I'll open up the bag to start, see if there's any instructions. So that's everything out of the bag. So looking inside, looks like there's more parts, so let's see what's in there. Okay. A strap, as this can also be used as a backpack sprayer if you want to, but it's 6.5 gallons. I think it'd be pretty heavy. Another hose. A syringe. Not sure what these are. Okay, so here's the instructions. So now we can take a look at that, and that's all that's inside the tank. So PetraTools HD5000 battery powered backpack and cart sprayer product manual. In each support, there's a code to scan there too. And as mentioned before, you'll want to go online and set up the warranty, which I'll do later. Then here's what's in the box: the cart sprayer, cart handle, nozzles, 100-foot and 4-foot hose. I think that's maybe it's all in there. The charger, a wand, a trigger sprayer, backpack strap, multi-tool, wand clip, manual, and some spare parts. So here's all about the specifications and what each part is called. And then here, setup and assembly. Unbox the sprayer, remove all components, and lay out parts, accessories in a clean, flat surface. So let's start with the cart sprayer setup. Attach the axle. So I guess this is the axle on the side. It's tied with tie wraps. So just carefully cut these guys. And 2. It's well packaged. Another tie wrap holding this on. Use scissors. I'm using a box cutter knife. And another one holding a cotter pin. So take that off. Put this aside, make sure don't lose it. There's 2 nuts on the end and the rod and 2 washers. Remove the nuts. So I guess you just pass it through on the bottom of the cart, centered axle, equal amounts produced on both sides, center. Insert the cotter pin through the hole and secure it in place. So let's do that. So we'll just pass it through. And then this cotter pin will go through, somehow lining that up. It's not too bad. And then we'll bend that. Get some pliers to do that. It'd be a little bit safer. So using some needle nose pliers, I'll bend the cotter pin. Next step is to install the wheels. This is locate the ring side, so it has a ring on one side but not the other. And the ring side goes facing out. Secure the wheel on either side end by using the multi-tool and lock nuts. They don't mention anything about the washers provided, but I assume they go on first. And again, the ring side out. And tighten that up. Okay, that's one. Now the second wheel, again with the ring on the outside. Then the lock washer. It's nice that they provided the multi-tool, but I think a nice ratchet set would be a little easier, but I probably did this one too much. If you're doing this, I guess you just want to do them both around the same time, so get the same amount of thread on both. Okay. Next up, install hubcaps. Okay, I was wondering what these were. These are hubcaps. These just snap on. That's what that ring was for. Snap in. Okay, gives it a nice look with the hubcaps. Next step is to attach the handle. So that just slides in. They don't mention anything about removing these protective rubber caps, but I'm sure you have to. Same on the cart. So then, as you can see, there's holes here, so it goes one way, and there's these spring-loaded buttons. So just try to put it in even. Press the button until it locks into place with the buttons. That's a pretty easy step. Step 5, attach the orange wand clips. So there's one for the top and one for the bottom. So here's the top. They say to put in the hex nuts in to the piece. There's 2 of them. And then this will go onto the side cart right here. And 2 nuts. Using the Phillips screw head of the multi-tool. Just have to line this up somehow. Okay, there's one. And they're partially loose. Do the second one. Tighten both screws. Bolts, I guess, into the nut.
Unfortunately, at this point, my microphone battery had died, but I had just finished installing the top wand clip and now preparing the bottom wand clip by installing the nuts on the back of it. And then after that, we'll attach it to the sprayer cart with 2 bolts. Next step is to install the hose to the sprayer. I'm putting the cart onto the box just so I have a better height to install the hose and better view for the camera. First, I'm going to put some of the supplied Teflon tape to have a better seal. Attaching the hose. Here I'm just trying with the multi-tool, but it didn't work very well. So I did go get a wrench that can access that area a little bit better. So now I'm just tightening the hose to the cart sprayer. Now I'm going to wrap the 100-foot hose to the sprayer cart.
Next step says to charge the sprayer. Charge your sprayer before first use. Red light on the charger means charging in progress. Green light, ready to spray. Full charge takes 6 to 8 hours, so we'll be plugging it in overnight. Here's the charger. It's like a brick charger. So connect it up to the sprayer. It goes one way. There's a little protective cover on the charging port. Plug that in. The other end, plug into 120 volts. I have this extension right now. And then it's supposed to have a red light telling you it's charged, and once it turns green, it'll mean it's fully charged. So while that's charging, we'll do the next steps, which is attach the black squeeze handle to the hose, attach the extendable wand, and then you can choose whatever nozzles you might want to use. While it's charging, it'll be charging for 6 to 8 hours, so overnight. We'll attach the black squeeze handle to the hose. Put some Teflon tape on that part. If I have any leaks. And just tighten it, not too much, everything's plastic, so it should be good. That's that part. Next is attach the expandable telescoping wand. Again, I put some Teflon tape there. hand tight. As mentioned, it is a telescoping wand, so it should somehow get loose. So you can have it that long or that short. And then the next step would be to choose your nozzle from the 6 options. So 6 options are what they call is the shower head nozzle. It's probably the one I'll be using the most, but I'll demonstrate them all and make my final decision, as I'm using this mostly to do pre-emergent for weeds. Then we have the adjustable black nozzle, offers fine mist when tightening in a single stream up to 15 to 20 feet. There's a double head nozzle, maybe that'll be used also, as it could do 2 rows at a time. We'll try it out with water. There's a flat nozzle, create a fan-like spray. A single head nozzle. I'm not exactly sure, because this is more of a spray. This is more of just a normal fine mist. And lastly is the adjustable brass one that go from gentle mist to a powerful stream. Now another thing that comes with is that they refer to as a trigger sprayer. This, I think, is if you're replacing this part with this, you could use this to wash cars or whatever, almost like a pressure washer. I'll probably never use it because once I put in my pre-emergent, which is a orange color, I'm never going to want to use it as a cleaner. But if you do, you have this, and I believe all these nozzles could go on here. I'm not sure why you would want to. I think that's why there's this adapter made it go on the end here if this was removed. But again, I'll probably never use that one. Also, I'll probably never use this 4-foot hose. This would be used mostly if you're going to take this apart and use it as a backpack sprayer, which I'll probably never do. I found the 4-gallon one to be quite heavy. This one with 6.5 gallons plus the motor and battery, it would be way too heavy for a back, but the option is there. So tomorrow, once it's fully charged, I'll experiment with the different nozzles. And I think, what do they say? Test with water first, and then you can add your solution after you're done. So tomorrow we'll get to the next step. Also, as mentioned, for the backpack, I'll never use these straps, even though these seem very nice straps. They would attach to the backpack. So let's wait till tomorrow and we'll see how it works. The sprayer has been fully charged. So here's a close-up of the area where you charge it. The port has a rubber seal cover. Then there is a place for a fuse, so if it ever stops working, check the fuse. It does come with a spare. It has 2 ways to turn it on. One is an on-off button to run fully, and another one is a variable speed or variable pressure one. So here's turned on full. You can see the battery life right there. The other one is to turn this knob here full and less pressure. I'll probably never use that one. So now we're just ready to give it a try. It says test with water first, so add 1 gallon of water to the tank, power on using either switch. So I'm going to add 1 gallon of water into it just for the test. There's a strainer that comes with it. And I'll put the cover on. Then we'll turn it on. And let it spray. Okay, and now it's flowing. So now I'll demonstrate different nozzles. So let's start with the brass one. Here's the brass. Has a fine, very fine mist to a very small spray. There's a single spray nozzle. So that one's just a fine mist. There's a double head nozzle. Again, that one is a very fine mist. So much like the other one, you can't adjust it because it'll leak. So that's how this one works, just very fine mist, but double the other one. Here's the adjustable black nozzle. This will go from a fine mist to a spray. Not sure what the real difference between this and the brass one is, but so here's the flat nozzle, which does a fan spray. So it's a pretty wide path. Might be interesting to use. So here's the shower head nozzle. A nice even spray. Pretty sure this will be the one I'll be using when I do my pre-immersion. They also provided this trigger nozzle. Works really good. I guess you could use this to wash your car or something. It replaces the wand. They also provided this brass reducer that you remove this and put it on, and then you could use all the other nozzles. So you have a choice of using this trigger nozzle or the wand. Sprayer does have a nice feature that there's a place here to empty it, so this way you don't have to lift it up and put it upside down. So I think that's a very nice feature. This now concludes this video of the boxing and first look at my new PetraTools HD5000 battery operated cart sprayer. I'll be using this mostly to spray pre-emergent for weed control in our yard here in Arizona. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for watching and hope to see you again soon. Bye.